Howdy, folks. We're at the Columbus Regional. Who am I here with?
Ethan Stickle.
What did you do today?
I got top 48, I got 46th with plant. I'd like to shout out Refine Gaming, No Limit Gaming, and 5-6 Gaming. You know how it is. Shout out my boy Andrew behind the camera.
Oh, thank
fellow
you.
Plant enthusiast. And my boy Cyrus, who came with the event to me. He didn't do good, but thanks for the support, man. So let's get into it. First, the heart and soul of the deck, playing Relokai. People play 2 now, which I think is correct. I just didn't have the card needed to play the 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing 1 twin. I drew this once. I hate this card.
Only drawing it once is pretty good. I drew it like 3 times today.
Mandatory sewing.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. It's cool. And then here are my ways to Lokai. And this is the reason I played Lokai at 3. So I have 1 for 1. Roar. And then the normal 3 unexpected die.
Do you like 1 for 1 in the list? Because I know a lot of people have cut it.
1 for 1 is perhaps the greatest extender and starter in the deck. You play 3 very powerful level 1s, and just being able to discard your terrible cards, like say you draw Therion King, say you draw, I don't know, you draw Beetle. This card is super good at unbreaking hands, and it also is a starter and extender. Unexpected Die is self-explanatory.
Best card in the deck.
Now, Primite Roar. This is the card that I didn't have 2 more of. I'm playing 3 Lokai. Most people play 3 Primite Roar, 3 Die, and 2 Lokai. But I'm basically playing the same ratio of Lokais in the deck, but I'm adding an extra normal summon, which hurts sometimes, but I think it works well, especially because I'm siding something that these cards are not as good into.
Makes sense.
So this is the Lokai package. Next I have Rikka's. I'm playing 1 sheet. My favorite Rikka card, best art, Goated Trap. I am playing 3 Glamour. This is the MVP of the event. I drew this every other game pretty much, and it always just carried so hard.
Yeah, card's crazy.
I drew this I played a game against Valmonica Fiendsmith, and I went through all 3 of my Glamours. So this card is goated. I'm playing 1 Con. I would like to play 2, just because sometimes it gets banished, sometimes I go through 2 Strenna and I can't bring this back. Honestly, I'd like to find a space, but my whole idea around this deck is don't draw cards that are bad. And this is a really bad card to draw, sometimes. So those are the spell traps. Don't play the others, they're terrible. I'm playing 2 Petal, 2 Princess, 2 Mudan, and 1 Snowdrop. For these, 2 Petal, this is really good with Glamour. Say you open a Petal and you want a Glamour tribute to search another level 1. It's good having another Petal in deck so you can access your level 1 through Glamours. Another thing is, this is your best normal summon through Fugalas. I normal this, I go Mudan, I get Con, I set Sheet. They get no cards, and I get a 2 time spot removal. So it's good. Princess, this is my, I wouldn't say favorite card, but this card is insane. I would play 3, if possible, but the deck is kind of tight. So 2 is, this card's the best extender in the deck. And since we're in a hand trap format, opening this card in my hand, I'm feeling very confident. 2 Mudan. This is also just an amazing extender. I did brick on Mudan, Snowdrop, Therion King, Therion Lily, and Humid Winds. So
Classic plant hand.
yeah, but this card is great. If you open this with Con, it's like you activate Con and they need to deal with it, or else one of their monsters dies. It didn't happen, but it's happened in the past. So that's the Rikka monsters. That's the Rikka package. Next is the Aroma package. So I'm playing Humid Winds. I hate this card with a passion. I like
Gotta play
always
it,
draw
though,
it, so it's horrible. Playing Blend. I also hate this card because you have to discard off it. And sometimes I can do lines where I have to discard like cards I want to have. This is Laurel. I also hate Laurel because this is always in my hand. And then Rosalina. I love this card. 3 Rosalina. Most lists play 2. I played 3. 1 because with the Lokai situation, it's a matter of starter ratios. But another is, this card's actually not terrible to draw. If I draw this card with another normal summon, this doesn't have no utility in my hand because I can discard it to get another Jasmine Search. So I like 3. I was playing Cactus Bouncer and Little Jasmine, so it was nice. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. I was playing Cactus Bouncer and Little Jasmine at prior regionals, and it felt good with 3 Rosalina. I cut those, but I still think 3 is better. This card's also good because sometimes if you're playing 2, you run out of targets for Human Winds search. So 3 is just like, it's pretty good for the grind game. These are Ragnarok cards. So I have 1 Bloom, 1 Beetle. This card was in my hand like the weirdest games ever, so I'm not a fan. And then the best, well, one of the best extenders in the deck, 3 Evil Seed. This card is basically I'm playing a lot of normal summons in the deck, so 3 of these really helps me play past Nib, which was a big issue in this event. Actually, I lost like all my games when I got Nib, so yeah. And then honorary Ragnarok card. I pulled this when I was a kid, like 7 years ago, from a gold something.
Rare?
It was like gold rare, yeah.
I didn't realize you had a gold rare.
This is my like childhood card. I love it. And then I am playing the Therion package. So I'm playing 1 Disco, 1 Regulus, and 3 Borea. I really like Borea. Bro, Therion Regulus was in my hand like every game. So every game my hand was Regulus, and then Humid Winds, and then what is it? Laurel. So basically, I was playing with 2 cards in my hand every single game.
How many monsters does Snake Rain send?
So that is the Therion package. And then for my non-engine. So this is like the main deck plans all the engine cards has pretty much been solved. So for that non-engine, this is like kind of where things get kind of dicey. I played 3 Ash Blossom. This card actually, as a hand trap, I'm running 60 cards, so drawing this is like, I didn't draw it too much. When I drew this card going second, game 1, I just ashed all the Requiems, and every single time I ashed a Requiem, it was like I did 3 times in the tournament, I just won. So this is for my anti-Fua. I only got Fua once. I got double Fua, but I mean I didn't draw this, so it's my anti-Fua. This is actually a tech that Andrew recommended to me, which was the Forbidden Chalice tech. So this deck has a horrible Malice matchup, and what this deck intends to do is, if they end with their standard end board, which is like trap, these Terahertz, like infinite cards in hand, and then the spell Trap Negate. Opening this by itself as a board breaker against Malice, you insta-lose, but that's like, if you only open 1, you insta-lose anyway. What this is meant to do is, when they go Trap, Revive, White Binder, you hit White Binder with Forbidden Chalice, so they lose their Trap, and they lose their. Well, most of the time they also lose their. The Queen of Hearts banish. So they lose 2 banishes with this, theoretically. It didn't come up at all. In fact, I activated this card twice in the whole tournament, and it was both against Sprite, so I think you should have it in your deck, but it didn't show up for me. Droplet, I also didn't see this card a lot as well. But this card, honestly, sending a card from me, like, obviously you can cheat out the cost, but this card's cost is kind of steep in plans, because you want to have all your cards in hand. But it can help unbrick you, and it's just a generic Desiree detonator out, so it's good. 3 Imperm. I sided it out like a lot, going second, but it's good. And then these are the real best best board breakers.
Best card in the format.
Best cards in the format. Thrust and Talents. These cards won me so many games. Thrust, I searched like crazy cards with Thrust. Talents, I look in their hand, I see 2 nib, and I scoop. But these cards are insane, so play them in like every deck possible. And then I have the 3 1-ups, 1 evenly for a thrust target, 1 Harpies for a thrust target, and then 1 Cold Buy for Fua. I drew Cold Buy against Fua, so I Cold Buy it, and then they go activate another Fua. So this didn't really do anything. I didn't use Harpies at all, and Evenly was insane. So I love Evenly. It makes the match even, I hear.
Best board breaker.
So going on, actually, I want to talk about one thing. All this non-engine, the points for me was to make none of these bad to draw going first, with the exceptions of like Evenly, Harpies. These cards, if you draw these going first, it's like that. So all this cards was made to be good going first and second. I'm gonna blow through this extra deck because there's like every plant list plays it. Jasmine, Rosemary. You got Dryas, Healer, Melius, Bangalancer. And then you have for the Ragnarokis, the Xyzes, and then these 2 for utility. Play this because this is like solved, like 100% solved. And then the side deck, I am playing for Malice Hates 3 Ghost Bell, and this is to hit the trap. I'm playing 3 Phantasme. This is good against most decks in the format, the Fiendsmith decks, and this is why I'm playing a lot of normal summons, because if I have Primites and Unexpected Dies, I can't use them if I Phantasme, so that's why I cut down on those in the main deck. I'm playing, so this is like Malice Hate. I'm playing 3 Book of Eclipse. I'm siding this card because it's horrible against Malice, going second. So, and against Rysio, like I'm owning that deck anyway. So this is like here. Double Evenly. This was my siding pattern going second for like every deck. I drew this a lot and I evenly people and it made the match even, so it's pretty good. And then finally I have thrust targets, D-Barrier, and then Sanctum with Lancia. I resolved Sanctum once, he ashed it and I Princess negated his ash. So that was very cool. And then finally, Nature Rosewood. I didn't summon this once, and I kind of hate it to be honest, but it's here.
Would you have rather played Cactus Bouncer?
I would have loved to play Cactus Bouncer with Jasmine since I have 3 Rosemary. 3 Rosalina, so I can special summon Little Jasmine off Rosalina.
Fair.
And that is the deck profile. I went X and 3. My matchups were like 80% Rogue, but I lost every single dice roll except one. So going second, fun. Anyway, that is the list.
Well, congrats again.